The way you live and the way you die will affect how you're remembered when you're long gone. Someone as famous as Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, made so many people happy when he created music. He has created some of the most memorable songs of the past century. He's one of the most memorable people of the past century. But he died on the toilet. That is probably one of the most unique deaths I think I have ever heard. And because of that, that is why the majority of my age group will know him. Not through his music, not through his white jumpsuit and his weird quiff, because of the fact he died on the toilet. For some reason, we also believe that he died while eating a hamburger. That is not true, but it's still, he died on the toilet. That is why he will be remembered by the majority of my generation. Because we didn't grow up with him, we don't know him on that level. We don't know him to the point where we know him for his music and how he looked and his interviews. We know him because he died on the toilet. That's pretty weird, honestly. I mean, he created such a persona for himself. He was so famous. He made so many people happy, and yet 30 years after he's gone, we believe that he died on the toilet, and it's hilarious, and we don't really know much more about him. Say in a world much better than this one, I am a mega famous director. I've made 50 odd successful films. They've brought in billions of dollars for the box office, and I am loved by millions of people. I have a massive following on Twitter. I am adored on YouTube, and yeah, I'm also big-headed apparently. I then decided to go skydiving. I wanted to do it for a long time, and I still do actually. But I decided to go skydiving. I jump out of the plane and go to pull my chute. My chute doesn't work. Keep falling. Go to pull my backup chute. My backup chute doesn't work. Plummet to the ground and obviously die. There is no way that I'm gonna survive that fall. Even if I had to land in a bale of hay, it's still gonna kill me. Because I created those films, I'll be known as that director who died in an accident. George Hilton created loads of films, died in a skydiving accident. But, say in this world, I decide to go skydiving. Same thing happens. Pull the first chute, doesn't work. Backup chute, doesn't work. Plummet and hit the ground and die. Say a couple of weeks before, I created a short film and uploaded it to YouTube. At the time, it only had 5,000 views. It wasn't doing great, but it was still making progress. So 5,000 people knew about this film. Say then, I die. I'm not going to be remembered for that film. I'm going to be remembered for the fact that I died in a skydiving accident. That's what I'll be known for. My nephews and nieces will know me as the uncle who died in that accident. That's not something I want to be remembered for. I want to create something with my life. That's the main reason why I do YouTube. So, say if something were to happen to me, there's still a bit of me that lives on, just on the internet, and not a lot of people know about it. But oh well, that's a different story. When someone lives a life of pure luxury, they are remembered because they are inspirational to people. People aspire to be like them. So when someone like Kim Kardashian was to die, obviously it's going to be a massive shock because for some reason she's mega famous nowadays, but people are still going to be upset because Kim Kardashian is dead. That would be a completely different story if someone were to die in the exact same circumstances, but they're not Kim Kardashian. They're Lucy from around the corner. That's not going to be the same. It's not going to affect you in the same way. If you knew them personally, it's obviously going to affect you very, very differently. You're going to be so much more emotional over the fact that Lucy has died. You've known Lucy since you were 5 years old. You've grown up knowing her. She just dies in a car accident. Kim Kardashian dies in a car accident and it's plastered all over the news, but the majority of people won't act as they would if one of their best friends died. They may know about the death, it may be plastered over the news, but they're not going to get into a massive crying fit over it because they don't know her on a personal level. The way that you die can be just as memorable to people as how you lived. So, honestly, at the end of this video, I just want to explain that I want to go out with a bang. I want to go out in a skydiving accident. I want to go out doing a massive hang glide over the Grand Canyon. I don't know. I want to go out in a way where people will remember me. I don't want to be that guy who died due to like a heart attack, or he was mowed down in the street by a truck driver who fell asleep at the wheel. I don't know. I'm sorry if that's offensive to anyone. If you know anyone who's died in that instance, I apologise. But at the same time next year, you're not going to be remembered by a lot of people. You're going to be remembered by your family, friends, and people you knew personally. But say if I were to go and decide to do a hang glide over the Grand Canyon, I live stream it, I put it on YouTube, and then something happens to the hang glider, like a bird flies into it and it breaks. You know, because that's what happens when birds fly into things. But it breaks and I plummet to the earth live on camera. As horrible as that may be to watch, I will be remembered for that. And obviously that's not a nice thing to watch. It's not going to be something that people are going to be like, oh yeah, I watched him die. It's going to be something where people are like, he died doing something incredible. Like, he went out in such a way where it's that memorable, I can visualize it. And yeah, on that downer of a note, I think I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, like, favorite this video. I will see you whenever, and goodbye.